Well, hello there, my Aquarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising signs. How are you? Welcome to your What Do I Need read for this new moon in Sagittarius, which was yesterday by the time I'm getting around to doing these, to the full moon in Gemini, which is 12/12, December 12th. Obviously next month, although it depends on when you're watching this. I'm doing this the day before Thanksgiving. I've got Aquarius and Pisces done, then I'm taking a little vacation. I might do a little something tomorrow. We'll see what the gods want, right? If you are new to my channel, welcome. I am your reader, Mark-Angelo Lyons, Mal, for short, president of Drawing-the-Circle Productions, professional witch, professional intuitive for, oh my god, over 30 years at least, 3 decades, and overtone purple for brown hair admirer, purple-haired gay witch from Long Island. Eat it up. Let's do this. My subscribers, thank you so much for following along. If you are new, please do like and subscribe. I want to do super live chat once I break 1,000. And we'll do Drunk Tarot once a month for the first couple of months. See how that goes. If you haven't heard of it before, watch one of the other videos. I go into it much deeper. But let's get your reading done. If you are new to the idea of what do I need read, it's a little bit more direct, right? It's really going to the divine in many ways, shapes and forms, one light, infinite lenses, right? Asking with some humility, not humiliation, just go, hey, look, I don't know, what do I need, right? Like picking an oracle card every day. It's a really good practice. Like, okay, you know, I've got so many of them, I could spend an hour just picking one card from each deck. What do I need? What do I need? What do I need? What do I need? Sometimes just a clarifying question that brings a direct response. And even, you know, I know people who get these readings, I get some private feedback. They go, you know, after a what do I need read, it just shows up. Like the reading is helpful, but it's the asking, what do I need, that the divine will show you, right, in your life. So if this even triggers a deeper mystical spiritual experience, blessed be. And plus you're Aquarians, you like that shit. Oh, more synchronicity, more patterns and conspiracy theories. Oh, I love y'all. I've dated every gay Aquarian on planet Earth, I think, or at least it feels that way. Freaks, all y'all, but I love you. Let's get down to business. We're going to start with the Caroline Myss archetype deck to find what is the dominant archetype that you are alchemizing from shadow to light, lead to gold, right? What do I need? Each card after that will be kind of looking back at that one, but builds its own story. So please remember to breathe. Oh, right, this is a general read. If it doesn't fit, don't overthink it. Too late, Aquarians. I love you so much. I'm a Virgo. I get it. So check your other signs. We're looking for puzzle pieces and clues here, not like concrete evidence. Divination will never give you that. It's a navigational system, right? Not a guarantee. Just how it is. Please breathe. And here we go. My collective pantheons of angels, goddesses, gods, masters, and the higher selves of all involved, please one card for the Aquarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising sign. What is the dominant archetype that they need to alchemize from lead to gold, that they need to address in their life, the soul power that's ready to be developed in them for this new moon in Sagittarius to full moon in Gemini? One card, please. And we've got the storyteller. The storyteller in its lead is essentially the compulsive liar. Aquarians, never. Gemini's definitely kidding. The light attribute, however, is a delightful soul power. So let's look at the lead, and then we'll address the gold. The shadow attribute, making up tales that harm others. You could see where possibly a compulsive lie, right? They have to keep the stories going, right? It's like lies beget more lies, on and on and on. Oh, what a tangled web we weave when first we practice to deceive. And it's not the ones who first practice, but the ones who are fucking good at it, right? The storytellers. Woo-hoo. Gaslighters, too, if they're aware they're doing it. The light attribute, ability to experience and express life through stories and symbols, not just to like, this is the creative family, so obviously it's creating stories, and there's the stories that the mind and the ego and the fear and all of that come up with, which all need to be looked at, embraced, and healed, you know, along the way too. Psychological part of it. but also to see your life as a story, because it is. It is. You're the hero of a story, the hero's journey. I mean, Joseph Campbell, right? Why are we so drawn to the hero's journey in 8 billion different forms? Because we are the hero's journey in 8 billion different forms, right? That it's all about the evolution of the soul, not getting what we want, but getting what we need. Being handed fate and evolving it to manifest destiny by taking the journey, right? So what's your story like? I've been in Cinderella. Absolutely. I've been waiting for my prince to come, and then he showed up and he was a prince of fucking darkness, right? Do you know how many times I've dealt with Dracula? You know, it's just when you have to go from Mina to Van Helsing in one story, right? From victim to slayer. I am a vampire slayer now, honey. The codependent, the covert narcissist. I've got a backpack. I've got a Prada full of wooden stakes, right? Ready to go. And I can launch a toothpick projectile psychically from across the room. So shoots 10,000 toothpicks to the heart. The storyteller archetype, it's big. Pull back. Aquarians, you're good at gaining altitude and seeing the larger picture. Then ask the question of your higher self, what story is this? It's never failed me. Oh, I have so many stories about how that's happened. And also keep in mind, the storyteller is really part of the shamanic tradition, really part of witchcraft, about mythologies and passing down wisdom and soul insights through stories. I love the storyteller. I have it. I just don't have it dominant, believe it or not. It's not my dominant archetype. It's not in my Chronos wheel. It's in my Kairos. It moves around. Let's ask the angels about this. Oh, I'm so in. I'm so into your reading, Aquarians. My angels, what do you got to say about this Aquarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign? Storyteller archetype led to gold somewhere in the balance there. One card of clarity. What do they need this new moon to full moon? Next, this one. Serenity. Can you tell a story of serenity? That, oh, here comes the download, that there's always going to be erosion and renewal, waxing and waning in life. And there's going to be pain and suffering as you go, as well as there is going to be joy and delight. There's going to be love. There's going to be loss. It's all part of the story. So let me be at peace. Let me tend to the pain that comes. As usually with erosion, something is lost, but then something is found. Very Chrissy Hines, Chrissy Hine, the Pretender's hymn to her. If you're not, Hymn to Her, if you're not familiar, find that baby on YouTube. 2 different versions. The serenity to accept. Look, the story's going to change. Everything does. There's going to be loss. There's going to be gain. There's going to be new waxing, full, waning, and dark moon around and around and around and again. But I can go with the flow. I can have the serenity to know that all that rises falls. And that everything in the quantum game called life on earth is orchestrated, divine perfection in process, giving me everything I need for my soul to grow, to fully embody into this physical body, into this physical world, to transform the world, my personality, integrate the ego, and live as the divine in form completely consciously. That's really being woke. Card drop. And with it comes the serenity. I'm sorry, there's no such thing as Ascended Master Scratchy Asshole. Poopy Butthole. Ascended Master Mr. Poopy Butthole. Kill. To see that. Oh, that made me cough. Let's ask the divine, the goddesses, daughters of the moon tarot here. What's going on in the divine feminine of this Aquarian collective? I'm really into your read, apparently. Very tuned in. Don't know why. I have no planets in Aquarius at all. Maybe that's why. My goddesses, please, one card in clarity. What's going on in the feminine energy, the divine feminine within this Aquarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising sign for this new moon in Sagittarius to full moon next in Gemini 2019. Please, one card in clarity. My goddesses, please. Athena. The Ten of Blades, now different in this deck than the Rider-Waite. The Ten of Blades is about resolution. It's about all of the pieces of the puzzle, all the bits of information coming to the table, and you seeing what? The full picture. The ceremony of the rattle is the passing of the talking stick, where the only person who talks is the person who has the stick, while everybody else is fully present and listening in order for all voices to be heard. Now, because this is yin, this might be you really allowing all the voices to be heard, but not all of the voices running the show, right? Because it's more prevalent in Geminis, I'm sure, but we all have those different levels of truth, right? Well, I create my own reality, but I'm feeling like a victim. Well, which is it, right? Let them both have their voice, because whatever is next in line to be loved, that's your job. That's you giving yourself the love and seeing the different characters within yourself in the story of your life. Let's ask the Mythic Tarot. Please, there's not even any phlegm anymore. What's the coughing for? Ugh. My gods, please, what is the divine masculine energy, right, going on in this this Aquarian collective sun, moon, rising storyteller archetype? We've got serenity from the angels. We've got the rattle ceremony, right? The Ten of Blades for the divine feminine. What's going on in the divine masculine part of this Aquarian, please, for this full moon next? Well, the Emperor, Zeus. The lightning thrower, the god of divine intervention, right? The Emperor, that being in control, but also, you know, working along paradigms and processes that are either pre-established or making new ones, right? That there is certainly an amount of physical control and power that is given to you in this situation. So I would say be very, very, not careful of, but aware of the stories you're telling yourself and what's leaving your lips. Is it in alignment with your highest virtue? I think that said that. The voice of Athena speaks through me, O great gray-eyed one. Blessed be Pallas Athena, shining bright Athena. Yeah, we asked the gods, but she's one of the boys. She just is. I love her. Please, my masters, my ascended masters, please, one card in clarity. Oh, we took half of the Chuck Spezzano deck and left it on the shelf, the problem suit. All that's left in this one is the luck, the healing, and the grace suits. You're welcome. Happy Thanksgiving, or whatever it is you celebrate, even if it's just fucking Thursday. Please breathe, my ascended masters, one card in clarity, please, for this Aquarian collective sun, moon, rising sign. What do they need for this new moon to full moon next, considering we've got the storyteller serenity, the Ten of Blades, and the Emperor of all things? Please, what say you? What's their piece of luck, healing, or grace? The Lovers. Now, this is not the tarot card of the Lovers. It's just different. Even in the book, it's different. Right, there are two swans mating, there are two people, they're having a picnic, they're canoodling in public. Isn't that adorable? How sweet. Heard one of you say. The Lovers here, obviously, then is about an equal expression of love here. Is this a love story? Is this a love story with challenges and aspects, but ultimately there's a place of serenity here? Is that the story that you're telling? Is that the story that all of you is telling? Is that the resolution? Is that if everyone involved here gets to have their piece to say, can the Emperor guide this into expanding into something that's healthy? I don't know. Yes, there's always a choice involved with the Lover's card, I believe, in any deck, but I think that would have shown up in the tarot if that's really what we were talking about here. Rather, it feels like this card of the Lovers, that there is definitely something about the exchange of authentic, vulnerable, intimate love. Does that mean it's immediately romantic, sexual? No, but the card does look that way. But with the Emperor and Serenity and the Storyteller, I think it depends on your story, right? That what if the Lovers is just two people in the verb of love, right? Like a runner or a cooker or a drawer or a dancer, right? Where the energy is a verb through them, which is very much in this divine masculine Emperor energy here, with resolution in the mind. The mind might be like, oh, full circle, I get it. Love is the answer. Love is the story. This is a love story. It's really all a love story. All of planet Earth, it's a love story, but it's a true love story. It's a divine love story. That's why love conquers all. And that's why it's such a pain in the ass. It's such an obstacle course for love to know itself, for the divine to experience itself as separate and at one all at the same time. Look, I'm not saying it's easy, but I didn't write the fucking roles. I just got chosen to play the role. Do you know what I mean? And you bring meta incarnation into it. Oy, I can't right now. Let's ask the higher selves of all involved, shall we? Take a nice deep breath for me. Weren't you just waiting to inhale? Oh, the higher selves of all involved, please. One card in clarity. Considering I got the Pisces next to do. And I'm a Pisces woman. Please, the Aquarians. One card in clarity for this Aquarian collective sun, moon, rising sign for this new moon to full moon next. A whisper of love, please. A piece of your guidance and grace for this Aquarian storyteller with serenity, the rattle, the emperor, and the lovers. Oh, good gosh, great gosh almighty. One card in clarity, please, for this Aquarian collective. Bless their souls. Choose love. Where a decision is indicated in the card of the lovers. Choose love. You always have a choice as to what you should do. And isn't that just Zeus there holding a lightning bolt in one hand and the globe in the other? He's got the whole world in his hands. The whole wide world in his hands. Someone get an acoustic guitar and some tie-dye now, stat. So not my scene. Wow, Aquarians, let's do your summation here, because there is immense power yet serenity here, but it's all about the story. It's all about the story that you're in. So the story is certainly in a place of serenity, but you're going to have to really work that angelic power. If you're not feeling serene, it's because what is the story that you're telling yourself? So that the mind can have its resolve, can have its full cycle, its aha moment. Yes, sometimes the Ten of Blades can be more than an aha moment. It could be an oh moment, right? Like, oh, that's what that is. Oh, right now I see it. Because Aquarians, it's not just that you all can pull back. Yes, any sign can pull back. You have the capacity to pull deeper in and higher up. Very last book of the Chronicles of Narnia, right? Very much going up into the atmosphere and seeing the larger picture, which this Ten of Blades does sort of really indicate. And from that, your divine masculine can certainly be active, be yang in a very healthy way, but with love. I should choose love. I mean, it's like double whammy message here, considering that the card of the lovers is always about a choice for intimacy, a choice for love or not. So for you to choose love. Now, I just want to say one more thing, because they're reminding me here, there is a difference between control and free will. They're not the same thing. Control is control. Free will is free will. Free will is just about you have a certain set of options in front of you that you get to choose from. That doesn't mean you're in control of the options or what happens. Nope. Doesn't work that way. Doesn't work that way, even if you think you know the story so well. And sometimes that is true. It's like, I've lived this story before. I know if I say yes to the toxicity, then I'm saying no to the love that I need, right? To like walk away from a toxic situation. But I also know that to kick somebody when they're down, perhaps that's the situation here, that if I don't choose love, I am going to replay this scene over and over and over again, because that's how we grow, right? Either in another form in this life or doing it in another, or coming back and replaying this one again. It really is all a video game, and there's no rush, right? But know that as the Emperor, it's not about control. It's really about wisdom. It's really about looking at it from this exalted point of view. It's all of the kings in one card, in one energy. Fire, earth, air, water. This represents all that, and spirit. There's your side of fries. To really come from that place of loving, wise power, and to choose love in this situation, and really play out this story as a golden Zeus, not a leaded one. How's that? It's pretty fucking hot. This feels lovely, very, very empowering. I wish you the very best and the very blessed with it. Please comment in the description box below. Please comment in the comment section below, because I find this fascinating. I really got into this read, and I hope you did too. And if you did, and even if you didn't, please like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bells, and all that Catherine Zeta-Jones jazz. Wishing you the very best and the very blessed of this new moon to full moon next. But for now, my darlings, my aquas, my wavy lines in parallel, hail, farewell, and blessed be.